Hi everyone, we are here with Lorenzo Pradarelli, the first place of OTS in
Bologna.
Bologna. Okay. So, what do you have cooked?
I cook a very standard list of Ryzeal Mitsu. We can see that the cards are pretty much the same in every list. 2 Ice, 2 X, 2 Sword, 1 Node, 1 Star, Cross, and Bonfire.
Did you like Star?
Star, it was very good to play under draw. Of course, there was some time where you drew it and you wanted to kill yourself. But I think that the things you can do under draw with this one make up from the percentage of the time you break it with it. And this, I think I will not change anything.
Okay.
For Mitsu,
Mitsurugi.
Nice one. Even this time, the list is pretty much the same. We have 3 of Aba, 1 of Mura. Of the little one, we play 1 each.
Okay.
3 players and 1 ritual spell.
Pretty standard.
Pretty standard. Of course, the problem with this engine is when you draw Eco, and of course, is the only one that alone with the other don't take you anywhere, because of course this cannot be one operators or ritual spell, and these 2 alone with this one don't take you anywhere. Maybe you can have an extra body, but this is it. It can help you with the drive. And when you open with Holy Haba, there is a line pretty standard when you tribute the red and you add, instead of ritual spell, you add the prayers to have 2 body to level 4 and make the drive. Even this engine is very strong, but we've seen in the recent event people have started to play more bestial in order to counter it, and it's suffering a lot for that. But,
And what do you think about draw?
Draw, of course, is a big problem, because it turn off all of your engine. Ritual can't summon themselves because you can't add, and often you take draw in the first summon of the first Ryzeal monster, so you turn off all the engine, because you had to open with ritual spell and Haba in hand, but it never happens, and even if it happens, you can't add the prayers, so you are stuck in the same situation of before. Non-engine, of course, we play a lot. I don't play Tachyon because this is a friendly budget list.
Okay.
There are no Tachyon. Charmy, we play only the cheap one, the
So to
Fubaros.
play around roll.
Of course, because we have tested that Tachyon is -3 card in hand. You add a card that does nothing, you put a card back that does nothing, so it's -3. So we decided to not play it, not because we are poor, but because it's not a very good decision.
Rich in brain.
Which way?
Okay.
Non-engine, they are a lot, 21, but standard.
Cheap version.
Only cheap, and we have to notice
3 different.
3 different.
Okay.
3 Ash, 3 Fuva, the cheap one.
Okay.
3 Nibiru, all different, of course.
Did you like Nibiru?
Nibiru was strong only if it was paired with another hand trap.
Okay.
Alone, he couldn't do anything. There was only one time when a player didn't respect it, and at that time Nibiru, of course, clutched it, but it was not for the card or for the skill, because the other made a mistake.
Do you think to cut 1 or 2 copies?
Maybe you could cut 1, and I was thinking of running 3 Ghost Bell, but it was pretty awkward. If you had it, you should play Purulia, but with this a friendly budget list, so we don't play it.
Okay.
Play with the cheap one.
Okay.
If you have it, it's better to play the one from the Blue Eye Structure deck, because they're common.
Okay.
Then we play 3 draw. It's a necessity against the number of Mist, Ryzeal. They are running a lot of this. Choose Bell. These do not appear in the main deck often. They are often in the side, but I really liked it because the player did not expect it, and some same argument with some cards that are in the side deck. And 3 Impermanence, 1 cross
Different,
out,
obviously.
1 cross out, and 1 called.
Okay. 40 cards?
Yes, 40 card. with the Chummy Purulia, I will play 41 or 42
Okay.
for the side patterns. From the
Okay.
extra deck, standard, I will change one card. 2 detonator,
One detonator.
one detonator, maybe 2, if it was possible. 2
Do
Duo
drive.
drive, 2 Eclipse, 60 Imp, never made this one. Exton, best card. Baguska, Castor because we run the trap. Zeus, this was the worst card of the extra deck. I will play Dragon Tornado.
Okay.
It was much better, and there was a situation where I would have played it. Meteorologic, because of course X is a missile and you have to play it. And Lizardos and Dynamondo. Lizardos is run just to not conflict with Nibiru and the Bestial. You have to remove the body in order to search for X. And sometimes he drew off a card that clutched the game, so I liked it.
Okay.
Side deck, the worst side deck possible, but we don't have money, so we go with what we have.
No meows.
No Meows, no Purulia, only
Okay.
cheap card.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 Bestials. These 2 cards were incredible because there were a great number of Fizzmith, and often I only opened with Magamut or only opened with Druisform, and that was enough to stop them because if they don't have the secondary engine, they can't do anything.
Okay.
There were some good players, but some were not.
Could you think to put them in the main deck?
The main deck, I don't think they would make the cut because they do not assist the deck this much, but they are only good in a specific matchup, and if you open them and the opponent start with Malice in the underground, you want to kill yourself, so
Okay.
I think it's a good decision. Sucro, with the same reasoning of the Bestial, for Mitsu, for Fizzmith, they are good.
And covers other matchups like Mermail.
Mermaid, there was one in the tournament.
Viking.
Viking, yes. There was one Mermaid in the tournament, but I was lucky not to go up against him because I could not handle that matchup very well. For the other engine or matchup, there was a great number of Fizzmith, so they were good overall. There was one Christom that was in the top table in the beginning, but then he fell off, so I could not play with it against him.
Okay.
Then we have the worst card of the side deck.
Okay, so
2 Lightning and 1 Feather Duster, and they are the worst. I never sided them in. They should be cut off for the Purulia, of course, if you have it. But
why don't you like it?
because there was never a deck that I wanted to draw. If I put them in, there was never a situation when I thought, I wish I draw or Lightning or Feather Dust.
Okay.
So this is a clear sign that something doesn't add up. You don't want to have them in your deck.
Okay.
Then we got 1 copy of Trust and 1 copy of Talent. One game was won thanks to the great combination of Colled and the Talent. Is the Trinity
They are
of Standard.
strongs.
They are the best card. Then we have the best going first card, the Happy Featherstorm. This literally says your opponent can play the game, and after they pass, you just escape them with the
Could you
Mitsurugi.
think to play one in the main deck? Or?
I was running a list that played only 1 Feather Duster and 3 Trust, but there was more times than not that I drew Trust, but the opponent did not, of course, have any monster, any interaction during my turn, so I just sit there with my Trust in my hand, and I looked at it, I thought that was stupid, and then I decided to play 3, and I think that it's the right decision.
Okay.
The last card is Mitsurugi Trap, just to have another card you can search going first. Is an only negate, it overall is pretty good. There was a case when my opponent destroyed the card. I decided not to chain it because I knew that they have a villain in the hand, and after the turn that card was sent to the grave, I used it to evade the Veiler because I used the secondary effect that nobody knows. I removed it from the graveyard, I summoned the ritual and banished the other X that was trying to get evaded. So I resolved the X and summoned the monster.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Any strange matchup or something to tell us?
The matchup was very straight. There were 2 Malice, one Mitsurugi Fizzmit, one Evil Twin Fizzmit, maybe this was the changer matchup, and one Bestial Kashtira Fizzmit Control. But this one I don't recall much because the game was very short. It was about 15 minutes because I drew very good hands, so the player could not do anything against it. I have to thank Francesco Simoncelli Sitch because at the start of the tournament he motivated him with a very good phrase, of course, and he said that what could go wrong with this deck. He was right. If you don't break, it's pretty much impossible to lose with this deck. I didn't win even one dice roll. I lost them all, but we managed to take this one home.
Okay, so you think is the best deck to take to a big tournament?
The best deck, I still think is Malice because I like the costumes more. But I think it's of course a very solid deck, a solid contender, and of course it takes a great spot of the top in the tournament.
Okay. Any other shout out?
There are a lot of them. You have to shout out, of course, to OTSworld, one of my great master. We learned to play thanks to him, and we still try to be better at the game to make it proud of us. Then all of the Darkstorm team, for example, GIG, right behind us, Silvio, now I am a clear mind, Malavolti, and of course all my friend Nicola Sansoni, Nicola Buzzi, and another my great master, Matek Generation. Thanks to him, we won this tournament because he taught us how the damage step works.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Thank you. So we'll see at the Nationals, maybe for another top.
Maybe.
But for sure in the European Championship.
European Championship, we will be here. We will be here to make top 2000.
Okay.
I'm sure of it.
Okay. Thank you and bye.
Bye bye.